Good morning, everyone. Would you please all stand and join us in singing the national anthem and stay standing through the opening prayer.
Please join me in prayer, concluding with the Lord's Prayer altogether. Mighty God, everlasting Father, from you alone come all good things, to you alone belongs all glory and praise. Forgive us when we have failed to be wise with your gifts and blessings, dishonorable in our dealings with others, and uncultivated in our care of your world and your people. Enable us by your grace to use the gift of intellect to learn and to grow the rest of our days. Grant to us, your children, the assuredness of your love and the beauty of your presence in our lives each day. Bless this institution that it may always remain grounded in your word and faithful and in service to your people. O Prince of Peace, guard and protect all of these graduates and their families, our alumni, supporters, regents, and trustees, and enable them all to hold steadfast to you as their prophet, priest, and king. Be especially with those who graduate into the nursing field today, that they may fulfill their vocations by bringing your healing, peace, and comfort to all those in need. Be their wonderful counselor, that they may be led to discern that which is helpful to do and to say. For we know and are convinced from your word that it is through grace alone, by faith alone, and in Christ alone that we come before you with these and all petitions. So remember us in your kingdom and teach us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning again, and welcome to the fall semester undergraduate commencement for Concordia University in Irvine. My congratulations to all of our graduates this morning on your outstanding work as students here at Concordia. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I congratulate you on your accomplishments and pray that the Lord will continue to bless you and prosper your plans for the future. On behalf of the graduates, I want to thank and recognize all of Concordia's dedicated faculty and staff with us this morning. Faculty and staff, would you please stand and be acknowledged? Thank you. This morning we also thank all family members and friends for their support and encouragement of our graduates. Without that support and encouragement, many of our graduates would not be walking across the stage this morning. Many thanks to all in attendance today. It is now my pleasure to introduce this morning's commencement speaker. He is Dr. Peter Senkbeil. Dr. Senkbeil serves as Provost and Executive Vice President at Concordia. As Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Senkbeil is responsible for leading all academic aspects of the university, including curriculum and assessment, new program development, faculty hiring and supervision, accreditation, academic support services, and resources. Before his appointment as Provost in 2016, Dr. Senkbeil served as Associate Provost at Concordia and as our Accreditation Liaison Officer during the 2012-2014 reaccreditation process, which resulted in a 10-year reaffirmation of accreditation. Dr. Senkbeil has been a faculty member at Concordia's Theater Department since 1992 and has directed more than 30 plays. He holds a BA in Communication and Theater from Concordia University, Chicago, an MA and a PhD in Theater and Drama from Northwestern University. In 2004, Dr. Senkbeil received the Excellence in Education Award from the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival. He is also a founding member of Christians in Theater Arts, an international arts networking organization. Please help me welcome Dr. Senkbeil to the podium.
Thank you, President Krieger. Honored guests, distinguished faculty and staff, friends and family members, and most importantly, you, the Concordia University Irvine graduating class of December 2017. I stand here today acutely aware of two things. One, I am the last thing standing between you graduates and the receipt of your diplomas. And two, because of item one, it is extremely unlikely that you will remember anything I am about to say. I've been a member of Concordia's faculty for 25 years. I've attended every commencement ceremony organized by the university during that time except one. And to be honest, I really only remember two graduation speeches. The one given by Tommy Lasorda, former manager of the LA Dodgers, because he was famous, and the one given by Dan Van Voris, a former Concordia history professor, back in 2002 when he graduated from Concordia with a bachelor's degree. And he gave the student response that day. I remember Van Voris' speech because he quoted Britney Spears. I believe the quote was, "I'm not a girl, not yet a woman." And he made a reference to Transformers. And this was before the Michael Bay movies ruined the brand, so it was still hip and trendy to do so at that time. Well, I'm not famous, and I'm not so good with the pop culture references. So here is my message for you today. Slide, please. Welcome to the journey. Wait, you're thinking. Didn't we just finish the journey? Isn't that the whole point of today? We get our diplomas, we walk across the stage, we mark the end of college. Yes, of course it is. Today is a tremendous milestone for every one of you. So bask in the glow of that for a while. Enjoy this day. Celebrate with your friends and your family members. And then step out into the next chapter of your life. Because as big an adventure as college may have seemed, it will pale in comparison to what comes next. Now you get to take everything that you've learned and put it to use. Now you get to have adventures like dealing with the world of full-time work, going to graduate school, perhaps moving on to the next level of marriage and family, and of course the biggest adventure, wrestling with student debt. Seriously, now you get to discover who you will become as a result of what you have learned and what you do with what you learned. Because that's what happens on the journey. As one of my mentors in graduate school was fond of saying, when we journey, we are not only moved, we are changed. I'm hoping that whether you've completed our traditional undergraduate program, one of our online bachelor's degrees, or you're graduating today from the nursing program, At some point during your time at Concordia, someone talked to you about what it means to be a wise, honorable, cultivated citizen. In fact, you just heard those words in the prayer that Dr. Taylor gave a few minutes ago, and perhaps by now you're getting a little tired of them. But if I may speak for the faculty and staff for a moment, that's what we've been trying to do here. We've tried to help you all become more wise, more honorable, more cultivated, better citizens than you were when you arrived. Those aren't just meant to be pretty-sounding words. We believe that they are the hallmarks of an educated person. And our world desperately needs that sort of educated person. In an age of fools and rabble-rousers, when people's heads are turned by the next shiny object, and when we find it increasingly difficult to look up from our cell phones and engage meaningfully with each other, we need men and women who are truly wise, who can discern the true, the good, the beautiful, and can help other people to do the same thing. People who have grappled with some of the world's great ideas and who understand how much more they still have to learn. And people who understand that, as the psalmist says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. In an age of liars and charlatans, harassers and bigots, con men and cowards, we need men and women of honor. People who are willing to embrace the notion that right and wrong still mean something, and that virtue is worth pursuing even when it lies along the more difficult path. People who understand that true leadership involves servanthood. As Jesus said, anyone who wants to be first must be the very last and be the servant of all. And then he demonstrated what servanthood means by giving his life as a sacrifice for us so that we could be restored to right relationship with God. In an age when cultural literacy is sometimes derided, and particularly in America, where we are tempted to assume that the rest of the world wants to be like us if only they could be, we need men and women who are cultivated. People who have some knowledge and experience of cultures, past and present, near and far, that are different than their own. And more important, people who are willing to keep learning about other cultures and about the natural world around them as well. People who are not afraid to be thoughtful, smart, sophisticated, introspective, nuanced, insightful, sensitive. And finally, in an age when politics is devolving into one set of talking heads shouting at another in the bitterest and most partisan terms imaginable, we need men and women who are citizens, who understand that civil discourse and reasoned debate are the hallmarks of a civilized society, who are willing to engage thoughtfully around important issues, who understand that intelligent people of goodwill may differ on those issues, and who recognize that citizenship involves serving the common good, coexisting peacefully, and protecting everyone's rights, not seeking entitlement or claiming privilege. So, have you got all that? You ready to go do that now? Good. I know it's a tall order. If we faculty and staff have done our jobs, then you should be walking out of here today with at least some idea of what I've been talking about for the last 5 minutes. And even if you haven't mastered every aspect of being wise, honorable, and cultivated, and who has, and my comments on these topics have only really scratched the surface, I hope that you have learned how to learn, and that you're leaving here with a passion to keep learning, to keep growing, to continue on your journey. Because today's when it begins. Ready or not, that's what's commencing on your day of commencement. One more thing. How many of you here are familiar with The Lord of the Rings? Show of hands. Okay, good. So somebody's seen the movies or read the books, a few of us anyway, good. See, there is a pop culture reference in here. Well, just in case you're not familiar, in the first book and the first film, Frodo Baggins and his friends who are hobbits set out on a journey. They don't know exactly where they're going beyond their first destination, which is a town nearby called Bree, not very far from their home. They arrive after some mishaps, they meet a mysterious man named Strider, and they think that they've had a great adventure. And they have. but it pales in comparison to what comes next. Encounters with kings and wizards, elves and monsters, terrible evils and great acts of heroism, and a quest that they could not have imagined when they set out from home. And Strider? He turns out to be a king in disguise. Now, if you haven't read it all, I won't spoil the rest, but believe me, it's worth your time. Today, you are at Bree, the first main stop. And you're less than halfway through the first part of your personal trilogy. Now you get to go out and write the rest of the story. And as you do, I want to leave you with encouragement to do a couple of things. First, gather some friends for the journey. You will need them, people who will support you and challenge you and help you to grow. Two, remember that there are people here and elsewhere who are pulling for you, who are praying for you, because we believe that God is with you on your journey. So drop us a line every once in a while and let us know how it's going. Third, think about what you've learned here, what sort of person you have become, and what sort of person you want to become, and what you're going to do about that. And finally, listen for the still small voice of God in His Word, in your heart, in the voices of family and friends and mentors. You see, I believe that God has callings, vocations, for each one of us. And I encourage you to listen for yours and to look for the King in disguise. So, welcome to the journey. May God bless you as you continue on your great adventure. Thank you. Mr. President, the faculty of Concordia University Irvine takes great pleasure in presenting the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Sciences, please rise. Each of these candidates has fulfilled the requirements for the degree or has been approved for the degree on the condition that the remaining requirements are met.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Concordia University Irvine, I confer upon these candidates the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, together with all the rights, responsibilities, and honors associated with them.
Candidates, please be seated. Faculty marshals, please escort the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science to the podium. The names of all the students who could not be with us today are listed in the program. Their names, however, will not be read aloud. Dr. Peter Senkbeil and Dr. Scott Ashman will be reading the names of the candidates. Brianna Cooper.
Diana Garcia.
Carly Lake.
Maria Sotelo.
Rosanna Aldosari.
Miriam Gamal Ibrahim.
Nina Piscatelli.
Grace Choi.
Minji Zhang.
Asal Torabi.
Reinazel Manzano.
Gabrielle Johnson.
Trent Garrity.
Savannah Connell.
Chelsea Nicole Gray.
Rebecca Marie Ransom.
Shelby Davis.
Yeah, Shelby!
Gabriel Dominguez.
Matthew Anselmo.
Jesse Hall.
Faisal Makia.
Rachel Bailey Zach.
Nicole Marie Byron.
Tatum Reddington.
Kevin Regal.
Jessica Marin. Good.
Caitlin Neeblis.
Brittany Hudson.
Jacinda Lee Christie.
Got it.
Just in case.
Zoe Hope Litzenberg.
Jacinda Lee Christie.
Alicia Ali Culpepper.
Simone Nina Rubio.
Jonathan Scott Sumner.
Matthew Paul Siebert.
Jesse Aaron Garapi.
Kaylee Boyd.
Abigail Beechler.
Nikki Lynn Shields.
Marissa Lynn Burse.
Shane Elliott. Got it.
Mauricio Alfaro.
Khalid Jamal.
Sheila Anaya.
Janet Moreno.
Corey Anastasio.
Jordan Liberty.
Rochelle D. Loringer.
Udawin Ibarra Ramirez.
Last name Beatty.
Riley K. Segura.
Jessica Beatty. Got it.
Zachary Wells.
Rob Rosenast.
Camila Rebolo.
Mariela Lopez.
Darlene Kim.
Rihanna Benton. Got it.
Jamie Helmick.
Jaslyn Ortuño Nunez.
Shannon Dahl.
Ashley Rogers.
Corey Allen.
Julianne Tran.
Emily Cubillas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a tricky one.
Dana Thetke.
Justin Polk.
Emma Catherine de Herrera.
Beverly Richart.
Britton Nass.
Dylan Alba.
Dylan Miles.
Santiago Rodriguez.
Jason Gaunt.
Sarah Tomaso.
Austin Christine Ukranitz.
Connor Adkins.
David Marble.
Edgar Munoz.
Carolyn Manessi.
Stephanie Briner Woods.
Christina Keene.
Gail Cragen Abdu.
Nino Quetzalveli. Got it.
Nicole Fong.
Kira Phillips.
Emily Zillman.
Jessica Enos.
Right, I will.
Yeah.
Diego Armando Perez Canelo.
Sarah Parvana Bard.
It's about to get loud for her.
Carson Call.
Darby Scott.
Cameron McLeod.
Zachary Herrera.
Jennifer Elliott.
Isaac Geddes.
Lizette Luna.
Amanda Amalfitano.
It's Miranda Leon.
Amina Suljic.
Miranda Leung.
Blake Grove.
Callie Victoria Mann.
Vanessa Terry.
I'm going to ask all of our graduates to rise and let's show our appreciation for the hard work that they have done. Thank you. Please be seated. It's my pleasure now to introduce Mr. Stephen Hantula. He is president of Concordia's Alumni Association. Steve, please go to the microphone.
Thank you, President Krieger. Well, class of 2017, congratulations. You've completed your bachelor's degree and are now joining the ranks of over 17,000 Concordia University graduates worldwide, who are all using their education and leadership skills to now make a positive difference in the world. Well, you made it. You've completed all of your requirements. You've packed your dorm room, turned in your last papers, I hope. And you're ready for that journey, life after Concordia. Life after Concordia. I'd like to suggest you think of it more as life after graduation. The journey begins. We want you to remember that there's a body of Concordia family here that are here to support you. We'd like you to stay connected to the faculty, the staff, your friends, and fellow alum. And in that regard, the Alumni Association exists to help you keep in touch with us. Those resources that we provide, the faculty and staff are available still. We'd like you to reach out and stay connected. And as the president of the Alumni Association Board of Directors and an alum of 1987, yes, 1987, it is my distinct pleasure to officially welcome you to the Alumni Association as our newest members. And with that, class of 2017, please shift your tassels from the right to the left. This symbolizes your achievement this day. And again, congratulations on earning your bachelor's degree and God's richest blessings to you on your journey. Thank you.
You would all turn to page 2 in your program. I would invite you to sing along. And I will ask faculty to lead this with strong voices. Please rise and join us in singing Concordia's alma mater. All right, please be seated. Thank you. Once again, congratulations to our graduates. May you enjoy a wonderful celebration of your graduation with your family and friends today. And finally, from all of us here at Concordia University Irvine, I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a healthy and prosperous New Year. May our good and gracious God continue to bless us all. Thank you so much. Congratulations.